2019 is going to be an exciting time in the city of New Orleans, and we want you to be a part of it. If you have a book, an event, or a business that you would like to promote right here on Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions, contact us at www.mtwimagesolutions.com or info@mtwimagesolutions.com. See you there. The New Orleans Saints are back, y'all, and while the city is in a football state of mind, Meet the World Image Solutions is ready to take you on the road. Join us December 20th through the 23rd when we hit not one, but two cities. First, we're going to roll into Memphis, where we're going to hit Beale Street, Stax Records, and the Lorraine Hotel. And then we're going into Nashville, where we're going to have a few more surprises for you right before we watch our New Orleans Saints run right over the Tennessee Titans. We're talking luxury bus. We're talking four-star hotel, gift bags. You do not want to miss this. So if you need more information, contact us at 504-505-5894. That's 504-505-5894. See you there.
This program does not reflect the views and opinions of the New Orleans Talk Network. Viewer discretion is advised.
The year 2019 is going to be an exciting time in the city of New Orleans. And we want Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Dr. Rhonda M Lawson, and I am back with a new episode of Horizons, Meet the World Image Solutions. And I have in the studio with me right now this very handsome young man named Durrell Laurent, who is running for Louisiana State Representative District 97.
Thank you for having me this evening, Dr. Lawson.
Well, thank you for being here. And I know you don't know me from Adam. All I did was just contact you
Park.
The Gentile. I guess.
It was from each economic background, also racial backgrounds, to be able to go to Baton Rouge and represent the needs of everyone in that particular district.
It's interesting that you said also racial backgrounds because, for instance, the area where my mother lives, which is right by Dillard University,
Okay.
that actually used to be an all-white area years and years ago, and now it's a predominantly black area. But we're seeing more diverse people moving into the neighborhood.
Okay.
So it's a changing neighborhood now.
Right, it is. And so with me, I've been walking the neighborhood for about the last 6 months, and I can see the diversity. You know, I'm born and raised in this area, so it's kind of eye opening to really see the diversity that we have.
Yes.
Different ages, different people coming from different geographic areas. I mean, it's really changing. And so just the interacting with those different people and just kind of getting their feedback and talking about issues that affect us as a community, I think is very insightful. And I kind of have a greater appreciation for the community that we both live in.
Absolutely. And you were basically born and raised in that community, went to high school there as
Right.
well.
So I'm born and raised in District 97, born at 5042 Drew Avenue and Gentilly Woods. Played at Pontchartrain Park Playground, played at Milner Playground, educated at McDonough 39, educated at St. Rayfield Elementary School, Marion Central Middle School, and St. Augustine High School. So everything I've done from birth until now has been in District 97. I went to college and had a scholarship. I went to college in Houston. I went to Texas Southern University. But since I've come back, I've been that was my purpose. Me coming back after college was to make an impact on this city, but in this district specifically, because this is a great area. Blue collar, white collar workers is about family.
Yes.
It's about family and community, and that's one thing I love about it.
So what do you tell people as you're walking through the neighborhood and you introduce yourself? Who do you tell them that Durrell Laurent is?
Well, it's like this. I just like to listen to people because too often we have politicians trying to tell us something
Absolutely.
instead of listening to us. So I give them the short spiel about myself, born and raised in this community, my professional background. I'm a financial analyst by trade. I worked as a financial analyst with the Department of Defense, Avondale Shipyard, and also as a director of finance and operations at a local charter school. In the community, I'm my neighborhood association's president. I'm elected to the local Democratic Party, the Orleans Parish Democratic Executive Committee,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm also the board president at Einstein Charter Schools in New Orleans East, where we serve 1,800 students. Um, but the reason why I want to serve my community is this: I understand the community, I understand our issues, and we're at a critical time in this state's history because in January we're going to have we have 8 legislators based in Orleans Parish. 5 or 6 of those legislators, in the state house, will be freshman legislators. So we need people that knows their constituencies,
Yes.
know the issues, and can hit the ground running. And so the big thing is talking about the issues that we face in the community. And the top 3 issues, we have many issues, but the top 3 issues we're dealing with right now, the number one being, well, not number one, as if it's more important than the other ones, is we're dealing with our infrastructure.
Absolutely.
So it's unacceptable that it rains for 35, 45 minutes hard in this city, and the city has to shut down. We can't get to work. We can't pick our kids up from school. We can't conduct business in this city. It's ridiculous.
Now, but is that something that is actually a state problem or city problem, or is that something that we as private citizens share a piece in? Because we've heard all of those stories.
Right. So it's not a city of New Orleans problem because of this. New Orleans is an economic engine for this state. We are the goose that continuously lays the golden egg for this state as far as revenues. We don't have a specific dollar amount, but
Mm-hmm.
I will, when we get to Baton Rouge, I will uh, try to do a study to see how much of an impact we do have as a metropolitan area as far as our state budget goes. But we don't want it to get out across this country, well, across the world, that New Orleans can't take on 45 minutes of hard rain without New Orleans shutting down.
Yes.
That's going to impact our money, the money that we bring in through tourism and through major events year
Case
in and
in
year.
point, Delta Sigma Theta National Convention
Right,
that basically had to cancel
right,
due to flooding.
right. And so if we continuously see that, those organizations like that are going to stop coming to New Orleans, and that affects our pocketbook. So you have to go to Baton Rouge and let legislators across this state know that it's not just a New Orleans issue,
Mm-hmm.
it's a state of Louisiana issue, and we need you guys to help us out. We've made great strides with the fair share deal that the mayor has gotten with the governor.
Now, for those who may not be familiar with the fair share, can you give us a little bit of synopsis on that?
Well, it's basically giving us a bit of a upfront money and some money annually um, to work on our infrastructure issues that we have in this state. That the mayor in the city of New Orleans and the state of Louisiana struck this past legislative session, or different type of building structures where, or building codes where we don't use a certain amount or a limited amount of concrete.
Yes.
So we can have ways and places for this water to drain off when we do get a lot of rain in a short period of time. So,
Or we can be like Amsterdam.
right. I mean, well, we almost like that every time it rains.
I have seen people going down the street
Right. And this too called,
they
we will not succeed as a state. So it's imperative that we get this funding to make sure that we can continue to operate like we've been operating in this city for hundreds of years.
absolutely. Well, we want you guys to ask your questions as well. This is a great conversation, and it's not nearly done. But if you would like to ask questions of Durrell Laurent, if you live in the Gentilly area, or maybe you live in an area and you have a big interest in what goes on in District 97, give us a call. That would be area code 563-999-1808. Or if you don't want to call in and you just want to, but you still want to ask a question, you can always comment underneath the video. But we're going to take a short break, And while we're gone, I want you to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let people know what's going on. Let people know about this conversation and be a part of this conversation because this this could be our next representative for District 97, and you should have an interest in what it is that he has to say. So we're going to take that break. Don't forget, you can call us at 563-999-1808, and we will be right back. New year, new show. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Dr. Rhonda M Lawson, and I'm coming back at you with the new year of Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. And this year, we're moving to Monday night with brand new exciting guests and engaging literary conversation. And we want our listening audience to be there with us because this is going to be a year you will not forget. Catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m., right here on the New Orleans Talk Network. And you can also reach us on the Meet the World Image Solutions Facebook page, the Meet the World Image Solutions YouTube page, and we're on Podbean, iTunes, and Google Play. So catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. See? The New Orleans Saints are back, y'all, and while the city is in a football state of mind, Meet the World Image Solutions is ready to take you on the road. Join us December 20th through the 23rd when we hit not one, but two cities. First, we're going to roll into Memphis, where we're going to hit Beale Street, Stax Records, and the Lorraine Hotel. And then we're going into Nashville, where we're going to have a few more surprises for you right before we watch our New Orleans Saints run right over the Tennessee Titans. We're talking luxury bus. We're talking 4-star hotel, gift bags. You do not want to miss this. So if you need more information, contact us at 504-505-5894. That's 504-505-5894. See you there. The New Orleans Saints are back, y'all, and while the city is in a football city. And we're back. This is your girl, Dr. Rhonda M Lawson, and I am sitting here having a great conversation with Mr. Durrell Laurent, who is one of 4 candidates for State Representative District 99.
97.
Excuse me, 97. No, not 99. He's not in the East. He's Gentilly. So now I just mentioned that you are running against 3 other people, and for at least a couple more, you're all kind of freshmen to this whole state representative process.
Right. So 3 of us are about the same age, and we have one candidate that's about in his early 60s. All of the gentlemen I respect, and all of them are friends. I consider them friends, and all of them I respect. But I believe that what separates me from my opponents is the fact that I do have a different perspective because I do have that experience in the community. I'm born and raised in this area, and I interact and have friends from all walks of life. And so we need somebody who understands everybody's perspective.
Yes.
And not just a closed group, and you represent 25% of the district and don't know what's going on in the entire district. Because we all have a different set of needs and issues that affect us in our day-to-day life. I believe that I have the professional experience, the best of both worlds. I've had business experience, been successful in business and in corporate America, and a track record of community service and community involvement in this particular community.
So do you think that, because I'll tell you, when I was growing up, I grew up in the lower Ninth Ward, District 99, but every time somebody ran for a state representative or a council person for District 99, they never talked about the lower Ninth Ward. They always talked about New Orleans East. And we kind of felt left out. And so I understand what you're saying when you're saying that you know people from all walks of life and everybody needs to feel included. Nobody needs to feel left out.
Right. And because a lot of times we have a lot of people in our community in particular that is intimidated by the political process for whatever reasons. But we need our leaders to be able to reach out to those people. If they don't want to participate outside of voting, that's fine. but we need our leaders to go to them to see what their issues are and to be able to effectively go to Baton Rouge and fight on their behalf and be on behalf of the issues that they do have. So I like to say it's like owning a pit bull, but you're scared of dogs.
Mm.
You can't lead people and you're afraid of people. So you have to interact with people. I mean, if you're at the grocery store, you can't be uptight if someone comes in and asks you a question about something that's going on in the community or someone that disagrees with your stance on a particular issue in the community. You have to be able to sit there and give your reasoning for why you took a particular stance on an issue and also uh, be receptive to their ideas and to be able to uh, give them feedback on their ideas. It's all about being a true public servant and saying because I'm going to represent a group of people in Baton Rouge. It's
Right.
about 44,000 people that I will be representing in Baton Rouge, and I have to represent the 44,000 as a whole. You know,
Absolutely.
and so
And not just the people that you happen to be friends with, or not
Right.
just the people who voted for you.
right, you have to represent
Right.
everybody, not just your family and your friends or your neighbors. You have to represent everybody in this community and everybody's interests.
And that's probably sometimes a little bit of a difficult concept, because in New Orleans, a lot of times we do vote for the person that we went to high school with, or the person that was our friend, or the person that we just think is the cool guy.
Well, we have to just be honest with ourselves and look in the mirror and see where that has gotten us so far. And sometimes our friends aren't the best candidates for certain positions, and we have to just make an honest decision to say, hey, I know this guy, he's a great guy, but I feel as though this young man or this young woman or this woman or this man is the best candidate to represent me and my family in this particular office to make
Yes.
sure that we get the resources and the things that we need in this community. And we have to put that behind us. This is my cousin or this is my my friend I went to high school with. No, this person is the best qualified. I've looked at his resume. I've listened to his platform. He or she is the best person to represent me in Baton Rouge.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, part of representation has to do with education.
Hmm.
So, what is your plan for education? I know the charter schools, and you're actually on a board of a charter school.
Right.
So, but how are you looking at that? What is your plan for that? Because I know a lot of the schools are supposed to roll back under
We're,
Orleans Parish.
we're already 100% back under
Okay.
Orleans Parish. Um, I think we've made some strides in education in Orleans Parish, but we have some work to do. Um, I have an intimate knowledge of the educational landscape because I've worked as an employee in the charter school, and I've been on the board and now the board president of a CMO charter management organization for about 5 or 6 years. So uh, when we talk about our charter schools, we need to talk about um, how do we actually determine the success of a school or not. Not only if that kid can go to college or have a high ACT score, high GPA, it's about when that person or that kid leaves high school, can they be a contributing person to society? What type of skills they have? Are they trained to do anything? Life happens. If I have a kid that has a 29 on the ACT, stop going to school, they start working, minimum wage job, life happens, you have a significant other, have children, have responsibilities, getting them back into an educational space is very
Yes.
difficult. So we need to look at getting vocational training back into our schools, and make sure that when our kids leave high school, they can actually have something that makes them marketable and ready for employment after high school. So if they can go and get a job being a plumber, I know plenty of plumbers that make more
Oh,
that
plumbers make very good money.
that earn more than my attorney friends.
Mm-hmm.
I know electricians that earn more than my attorney friends. So we need to stop. I think we need to bring that programming back in, and it's for those opportunities. Because a lot of times the kids don't even know different procurement. It's cheaper. I can save money if I'm going to buy 1,000 band uniforms opposed to 75.
Right.
So
Right.
we lose a lot of money And as you know, Louisiana is not just busting at the seams with extra revenue. We have to be good stewards of the money that we do have. So we need to look at how we can save money on an educational front and be effective with the resources that we do have, um, and kind of change some things that we have with our public education. When we talk about special needs programming in the city, um, we need to look at our differential payments on how we pay CMOs and charter schools for our special needs students. They deserve more money for the services that they do provide because it costs a lot of money for me to go get a kid from uptown if I have a charter school in New Orleans East.
Hmm.
To provide those services, I maybe get $11,000 from the state when we talk about MFP for that kid, but it costs me $25,000 a year to provide services for him or her. So we need to look at that. It's different things that we need to look at. Our CCAP program, when we talk about our early childhood development,
Okay, now for CCAP.
child care assistance program.
Okay.
So what that is that's from infants to kindergarten, where we have a program that gives parents money to go to structured learning, basically preschool. And so we have the latest numbers. I want to say we have like 183,000 kids that are eligible for the program, but only 22,000 participating across
And
the
why do you
state.
think that is, though?
We don't have unlimited resources. We just don't have unlimited resources. So a lot of things, and how it's been in the state, we always cutting from education, and we always cutting from health. You know,
Hmm.
and so we need to like I said, be good stewards of the funds that we are getting for those things. But we have to look at. Also, I wanted to talk about looking at going into a constitutional convention, uh, because the Constitution that we have right now has been in place since 1974.
So there's a lot of things that
It's
need
a
to be
lot of a
updated.
lot of things need to be updated. Our priorities have changed in
Right.
50 years. So we need to visit that. If we don't have a convention that deals with all of our issues, and more particular, we need to deal with Article 7,
Hmm.
which deals with our finances. And with that, um, it's a lot of guaranteed revenue sources going to certain things that can't be cut during our budgeting process.
That's something that we need to really jump into because that's the first time I've heard somebody mention having a constitutional convention to
Hmm.
where we can update our constitution. Because you're absolutely right. We have some archaic laws and
Right.
archaic articles that are still ongoing. Records and the Lorraine Hotel, and then we're going into Nashville, where we're going to have a few more surprises for you right before we watch our New Orleans Saints run right over the Tennessee Titans. We're talking luxury bus. We're talking four-star hotel, gift bags. You do not want to miss this. So if you need more information, contact us at 504-505-5894. That's 504-505-5894. See you there.
This program does not reflect the views and opinions of the New Orleans Talk Network. Viewer discretion is advised.
The year 2019 is going to be an exciting time in the city of New Orleans, and we want you to be a part of it. If you have a book, an event, or a business that you would like to promote right here on Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions, contact us at www.mtwimagesolutions.com or info@mtwimagesolutions.com. Yeah, when you are. Okay, and we're back. This is your girl, Dr. Rhonda M Lawson, and I'm having a very insightful conversation with Durrell Laurent, who's running for Louisiana State Representative, District 97. And just before we went to the break, you were talking about a constitutional convention.
Hmm.
How would something like that work?
Well, what happens is we have the people against it and some people for it, but because you risk some special interest groups hijacking the convention and coming in and changing some laws that we don't want to be
Yeah.
changed.
Well, with something like that, everybody who's affected would need to be there.
Right. So we can look at something that just deals with our finances, uh, which is Article 7 in our Constitutional Convention. When we talk about guaranteed revenue sources, whereas we, no matter what happens, we just can't touch funding in certain areas in this state. And we have to start to adjust that because it's the same different areas that's always getting cut, and we really need funding for those different issues. Mental health is something that has been severely underfunded since the Bobby Jindal era, and we need to get funding back into that area because I've worked in my business. I work with that population on a day in and day out basis, and I see it, hands-on experience with that, and we really need funding, seriously.
Yeah, I mean, it's very sad the number of people who do have some type of mental ailment. I
Right,
mean, I'm walking over to City Hall and there's a lady sitting on a corner having an entire conversation with herself.
right, and so our jails are not uh, hospitals, and so
Exactly.
we can't continue to use our parish jails and Department of Corrections as hospitals when we need there are people in our community that need help, and we owe it to them to give them that particular help. I plan to go to Baton Rouge and fight for funding for those various services. Our seniors need help, need funding for different services that help them in their day to day lives.
Yeah, I mean, it's great that they froze taxes for people over 65,
Hmm.
but there's so much more that can be done for our elderly in our communities.
Right, and that segues us into our next big issue platform area is our property assessment. Um, we really need to protect our most valuable asset, which is our community, which is our citizens. And so we do help our seniors, but we also need to help those individuals who have inherited their homes and also who earn less than a certain dollar amount because uh, I've been on the campaign trail, knocking on doors and getting out into the community.
Yes,
I've seen individuals come outside with their property assessments, and some people it has increased by 400%.
yes.
So I have a lady I met. Her tax bill normally is about $1,100, and now it's $3,700.
And how can people afford something like that? So you have people who have worked hard to pay off their homes,
Right.
and they think that they're good. They've paid off their homes. They've achieved the American dream, and now they're in danger of losing their homes because they can't afford to pay the taxes.
Well, we can go out. We can model. And go to. I'm gonna go to legislature and author a bill that talks about capping increases to 10%, like they do in Texas. Whereas this going up 400%, we just can't stomach this.
Right.
Another issue is also I've seen that the assessor, in their own right, they didn't have enough time to assess the entire city. So only a portion of the city was assessed.
Mm,
So that means only a portion of the city pays the higher. So
absolutely.
unless you can assess everybody or you have enough time to assess everyone's property, we should not be paying the increase $75 for the local municipalities to be able to raise the homestead exemption, and also be able to issue freezes because of certain circumstances. If an individual earns less than a certain dollar amount, it should be up to the city of New Orleans to make that decision. Do we issue a freeze, or what can we do to make sure that we keep individuals who are born and raised in New Orleans? Because Disney World and Disneyland are not getting rid of Mickey and Minnie.
Right.
So we shouldn't get rid of our best asset, which is our people. We're the ones that provide the culture and providing an entire experience.
Basically, what
The free, we're being Mardi Gras Indian.
to move out of the city,
Right.
and it's sad. And then I remember once I posted on my personal Facebook page when are people going to take New Orleans seriously as not just a party capital, but an actual business and commerce capital? And then people who didn't live in New Orleans are saying, well, you guys are known for partying. What's wrong with that? I'm like, well, after you guys come here and party, and then you go back home, there are still people who live here.
Right. We have to live and survive in this community.
Mm-hmm.
And, I don't think that they get that. We need real industry in New Orleans outside of tourism. It's no way that we live on the port. We have a port, a major port.
Mm-hmm.
We live on the Mississippi River. There's no reason we don't have a major distribution center or plant that we assemble some type of product, or we doing something that a company can bring it from wherever they bring it from at the port, assemble it in New Orleans, and bring it up the Mississippi River. Mm-hmm. There's no reason we should have the naval installation on Poland Avenue in horrible condition that it is, not being put to use.
The MAP station.
Right, the MAPs on Poland Avenue, not put to use, and just, abandoned.
It's scary looking.
Right. And so why is that not put to use? Why can't we legitimately have real industry in this town where we have many, many major universities? Seven major universities. Why can't we attract major industry outside of tourism?
Well, let's hold on to that note. We have to take our last break because I'm with you on this conversation.
Okay.
But we're going to take our last break of the evening. We want you to call in. We want you to make some comments. Let Durrell Laurent know what's on your mind. What is it that's important to you with this upcoming election? So we'll be right back. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm Dr. Rhonda M Lawson, and I'm coming back at you with the new year of Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. And this year, we're moving to Monday night with brand new exciting guests and engaging literary conversation. And we want our listening audience to be there with us because this is going to be a year you will not forget. Catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m., right here on the New Orleans Talk Network. And you can also reach us on the Meet the World Image Solutions Facebook page, the Meet the World Image Solutions YouTube page, and we're on Podbean, iTunes, and Google Play. So catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. See you there. The New Orleans Saints are back, y'all. And while the city is in a football state of mind, Meet the World Image Solutions is ready to take you on the road. Join us December 20th through the 23rd when we hit not one, but two cities. First, we're going to roll into Memphis, where we're going to hit Beale Street, Stax Records, and the Lorraine Hotel. And then we're going into Nashville, where we're going to have a few more surprises for you right before we watch our New Orleans Saints run right over the Tennessee Titans. We're talking luxury bus. We're talking 4-star hotel, gift bags. You do not want to miss this. So if you need more information, contact us at 504-505-5894. That's 504-505-5894. See you there. The New Orleans Saints are back, y'all. And while the city is in a football state of just in here, because it was fine, but I'm going to have to depend on you to keep sharing. Or you just going to turn it on while I'm still talking? Oh, man. Hi, this is your girl, Dr. Rhonda M Lawson, and I am back with Durrell Laurent.
That's all right. We got it together. We're good together.
Oh, man. But, basically, before we went to break, what we were basically is the biggest thing, and I guess it's been my frustration since I've come back home, is I see so many people who feel like they have to leave New Orleans to be successful. They have to leave New Orleans to have a home, or they have to leave New Orleans to do whatever, and that shouldn't be the case.
It shouldn't be. I came back home after I graduated from college, and my family in Kulu told me I was crazy for coming back to New Orleans. And I was just one of the select, or really blessed to be able to start a career in this city,
Hmm.
in the field that I went to school for, and to kind of just it gave me a real push, a really jump start within my career because people don't know this. I came home. It took me some while. It took me some time to find a job, and I was on the verge of becoming a police officer.
Wow.
So I was getting ready. I was doing all my lifting my weights and working out, getting ready to go to the academy. And I was like, man, I'm like I need a job, so I'm about to go be a cop. And so it just so happened I got a job opportunity where I worked with the Department of Defense as a financial analyst, and it just kept going from there.
Mhm.
And I understand that that's all it takes is one opportunity for someone just to, get a job opportunity to get some type of a taste of success where they can be motivated to continue doing what they do and be successful in this community. And so often we see individuals that, like I said, go to school, get an education, stay out of trouble, advanced degrees, yet there's still no job opportunities for them.
Right. And and they give up. They say there's no jobs in New Orleans.
Right.
And there are jobs. They're
Right.
just maybe a little bit harder to find,
Right.
or sometimes the select few know about them.
Right. And so when, I'm a we slightly disagree. There aren't jobs. So
They hard to
I mean,
find. I mean, I barely found mine.
it's nooks and crannies that hey.
Yeah.
And I tell people all the time. I say, man, I've been interviewed with almost every company, a major corporation in this city, Ocean Energy. I've interviewed with everybody. I'm a professional interviewer, especially when it comes to being a financial analyst. I've been on many interviews, but I had that resume and like I had that resume to be able to go and interview with these companies. It's just an opportunity, and if you can't find a job, a decent paying job, how are you going to buy a home? How
Right.
are you going to be a participant in society? How are you going to be a productive member of society? You know, and it's the disconnect between
Hmm.
generations, and I think I'm probably on the older end or the midway with the millennials. They think that millennials don't want to have a traditional lifestyle. Yeah, I want to have me a three-bedroom house, two bathrooms, two-car garage, and just mind my own business.
Right.
A lot of millennials want that, but it's just not in front of them. They haven't been given that opportunity, and so when I go to Baton Rouge, that's going to be one of my focus points. If you are not affected by it, uh, I guarantee you have a daughter or a son that's affected by it, a niece or a nephew, a cousin, somebody
Hmm.
or a neighbor. Somebody that had to leave this city to find decent employment. And that just should not be the case. That everybody think that the only way you're gonna find success is if you leave this city. You know, I just disagree with that, and we need people in Baton Rouge that, like I said, fight for everybody and all of our issues,
Yes.
and not just a select few, and not worry about everybody else because I'm all right, I'm okay, my friends and my family okay, as far as jobs and houses or whatever. But what about the other 80% of the people that want to participate in society just like
Right.
you do?
Right. Right.
They need someone to go to Baton Rouge and fight on their behalf, and that's
Absolutely.
why I'm in this race, and that's what I've been doing since I've come home from college. My activity within the community. I understand the importance of young African American uh, males having another male that they can look at that comes from the same community that they come from, that look like they look, walk like they
Hmm.
walk, and talk like they talk. To say, hey man, I got somebody that like the same things I like, and he's successful, and he still likes to enjoy himself and do the things that I like to do. And I think it's good, and I'm always encouraging young professionals to get in front of the kids to let them know, man, and be yourself.
Yes.
You know,
Absolutely.
don't feel as though you have to be a certain way or try to portray an image that is not truly yourself because they feel as though that's truly you, and it's not. Let them see
Hmm.
you with your hair down. Let them see you enjoy yourself. Let them know that, hey, it's possible for me to be successful in this community and be a productive citizen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, where can people find out more information about you?
I have my website, DurrellLaurent.com. I'm on Facebook, Facebook.com/Durrell Laurent. I'm on Instagram, D_Laurent. You can call me. A lot of people don't like to say that you can call me. I'm at 504-308-0540. I would love to meet you. Only thing I'm gonna say is don't call me too late. You know, don't call me too late. We're gonna be respectful. About 8:30. You know.
That's right. You need rest too.
Yeah, don't call me. I don't care how early you call me, but don't call me too late. We send me a text message or whatever, and I'll be happy to come speak to you, speak to your group or anybody that wants to meet me and kind of want to, have a in-depth conversation about any stances that I've taken on my platform. I'll be more than honored to come and visit you and speak to you.
Well, now, if mentioning speaking, are you going to be participating in any debates or anything or any forums or anything like that?
We have one forum coming up on Thursday. That's the Orleans Parish Democratic Executive Committee. That's at Civil District Court. Um,
And is that open to the public?
yep, that's open to the public. It's from 6 to 9 o'clock. My particular race is going to be at 6 o'clock.
Okay, is that going to be all four of you guys?
All four of us.
Well, I may have to be over there
All
and see
four
what's
of us.
going on.
And I'll be on WBOK tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. with
Yes, with
Oliver
Oliver
Thomas.
Thomas. Yes, he
Yes.
spoke with actually one of your competitors today. He spoke with Ethan Ashley today.
Okay.
So I've been listening to him because Oliver's been on the show a couple of times, and I enjoy hearing him speak. He's very tapped into the community.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to you guys' conversation tomorrow.
Okay.
Might have to send him some tape of this one. Okay, but I want to thank you once again for coming on the show.
Thank you
Is
for
there
having me.
Is there any last thoughts that you want to leave people?
I'm represented. I really plan to represent the community. I understand I don't have a political last name, and I have not been around the political scene for 30, 40 years.
Why do I feel like he's talking about
But
somebody?
I do have a track record of standing up on behalf of my community when we had issues with city government and lobbying on behalf of a young girl who almost drowned in a local. We have a tunnel in our neighborhood. She almost drowned.
Right.
Well, I will do that most